We all have a mission. We all have purpose. We've all come to be here on purpose at this time. Finding your purpose doesn't have to be hard. Finding where you belong, it will come easy when you believe it and you think it and you do things out of your comfort. When you try, when you test, when you look around, when you look for things, it will be found. Explore the world, explore your likes, explore the things that make you shine. Feel the light, feel the love. Allow it come from below and above. I call on the emissaries of light, the Palladian, the Arcturian, the Lyran, the Andromedan, the Avian, the Vegan, the divine feminine and masculine frequencies and energies. I invoke them to come into you and me. I invoke the light. I invoke on this night my passion to find me and to come alive, my purpose, my mission to come within, to feel, to heal, to explore the world and all that it has and all that it does. I trust that I know better than anyone could ever possibly to find my role easily, to see the light ignited in my life, to trust that I know what's right. I know where to go. I know who to be. I've coded it all inside of me. I call on the energies and frequencies of my soul to illuminate, to show me it all. What do I like to do? Who would I like to be? Where would I like to go? What do I want to see? Think about it. Feel it. Allow it. Become it. And remember that you are the sum of those that you allow to surround you, to get into your head, to sleep in your bed. It doesn't matter how long you know someone, and it doesn't matter what you know they're capable of or who they could possibly be. Don't worry about them. Don't worry about me. Look within and find your own way. Explore the world. Have fun and play. Realize that as you grow, as you evolve, others won't. And when they don't allow it to take you down. Don't stay stuck. Don't plant your feet so firm on a ground that you never evolve or that you never rise high, that you choose to stay stuck, because you will die. We all will, eventually, one day down the road. But when you get there and you look back, wouldn't you like to know that you did your best, that you rose through each test, that you did it all, and you never backed down, that you never allowed this world to harm you or to slow you from embodying the full you. Your mission, your purpose is to discover all of it. your likes and your dislikes, your truth and your lies, the good and the bad and everything in between. Explore it all. Because this life is like a dream. And eventually, it will be over. And you will look back and possibly wish that you could do over. But that's not the way for me. I know I will live my dreams. I know that I will not look back and regret, because I am done doing that. I am done giving away my power. I am done trying to make everybody else my son or daughter. I cannot fix you. I cannot heal you. I cannot do anything but simply guide you, to show you the things that I know, and to teach you the way that I grow. But when I find you no longer coming, or you're slowing us all down from the next level living, then I have to say goodbye. And maybe for just a short time. It's truly up to you to decide if you're going to come along, because we will slow down, we will wait, but not endless days. We will encourage and teach. We will teach all things. But it is up to you to get the degree. It's up to you to put in the hours. It's up to you to get your own followers. It's up to you to master the lessons. It's up to you to cross every lesson. It is up to you to heal. It is up to you to make the deal. It is up to you to find your way. And it is okay either way. Nobody out here will ever care as much as you do, my dear. When you look in the mirror, when you look at yourself, do you truly believe? Or do you give yourself hell? Do you see beauty reflected in those eyes? Or do you believe things of your demise? Do you know who you truly are? Are you aware of all good and bad inside? It is all there. It is there for you to find, to illuminate your mind, to heal your body and your soul, to explore this whole world, to do what you love, to do what you like, not to find others to emulate. There is nobody else that will ever, ever be as grand as you are in your own story, in your history. Which story do you tell? Because you're the writer, the beginning, the end, the heaven and hell. In each chapter that you write, it's up to you to decide the characters that you deal with, the way that it plays, how long they remain, the impact that they have. If you ever become a mother or dad. And if you do, you decide if you're ready or if you'll harm another life. It is all up to you because you have free will. But be mindful, because you have karma that's cyclical. What goes around comes around. And what you think, you believe, and what you feel, you attract. What you speak reflects back. There is truth in all of us, but oftentimes we lie. We pretend it's okay when we're dying inside. We settle and we meddle and we think negative things. But if you are true and you honor you and me, and you rise your vibration and you do what you love, you'll never work a day, and you will rise above the gibber and the jabber, the things that don't matter, the way that you see yourself when you think you're growing fatter or too thin or ugly again. It is nothing more than what you believe. You can reshape everything about you or me. And I can do it too, in my own world. We all walk consecutively in our own little worlds. Dimensions and planes, these bendable things, they come and they go. But some things stay. Some things are there because they've been there all along, rooting you on, calling you home. And some of you know it, and some of you don't. But I activate it now to grow and grow so that you know who you are and you know where to go. You know when to get there, and you allow it to flow. And you don't hold back. You don't deny or lie. You follow your passion, and you allow yourself to cry. You allow yourself to feel. You allow yourself to heal. You allow everything that you love to come, be real. And all that you don't like, all those little lies, all the demons that run around, ruining your life. I activate the ability to recognize in you and me that those are created just as always within the recesses of our mind. It is there inside, every day and every night. Those little thoughts that you think, whether they're wrong or right, become things. They become lessons. And sometimes they become beautiful blessings. You are the writer. You are the star. You are powerful. You know you are. You've seen it a time or two. The power within you to find your bliss, to experience this. That little child inside, feeling like life is a gift. But over time, in this life, sometimes we go adrift and we begin to find those lies, that life is so bad. And life, all it does is make you feel bad. But it's not that. That's not true. It's literally you. It's a perspective. It's an outlook. And you can shift it. Just like a book. If you cross out the pages or you tear them away, burn them, and then recite the new play, think of all the new things, all the potential inside. Speak it, think it, bring it to life. Where do you want to be? Who are you, truly? What is your name, and why are you here? I activate the answer to be clear. I activate the strength to turn and walk away from anything and anyone who keeps you from this place of bliss, of truth, united with you, the ultimate you, the ultimate light, living your dreams in this life. Explore the world. Find your friends. Find those who celebrate from beginning to end. Those who do not harm, and those who will live on, who do not take offense to your falling or moving on. Know that the obstacles are being removed. Your path is clear. Om Gom Ganepate E Namaha. Om Gom Ganepate E Namaha. Om Gom Ganepate E Namaha. We ask for protection. We ask for our direction, for the infinite abundance, 888, of our foundation, 888. We allow ourselves to receive. I call on the Andromedans to activate thee. Things are changing in your mind. Do you remember your past lives? You began here in the days of Atlantis. And what's interesting is that you can pull it out of you. Remember the wisdom of the golden age. Remember and awaken. Bring back the knowledge, the gifts, the talents. Reclaim the mastery of your true soul family. Know that they are out here and you're attracting them every day, awakening others, finding those who will play. And it's okay to say no to those who don't. 369. It would be time to move on and to utilize your light, to raise the vibe, to open that pillar of protection, of divine redirection, and speak your truth. Express yourself. Do not let anyone keep you from the 819. 1818 was on the top of the time. 1 plus 8, another 9. 8 is abundance. Things are coming. You were not abandoned, and you never will be. Remember that things are changing for you and me. Remember to ask the right question. Not what is it that I need to do, but what is it that I get to do? Who is it that is my family? Who is it? It doesn't matter if they are truly blood related. Your soul family are those who I've already spoke of to you. Those who truly love you and want what's good. Become loyal to your innermost truth. Follow the way when all others don't. Walk the path of your own heart. And if they're meant, they will be back. And if they're not, know that you were never alone. You were not abandoned. Instead, you were given all the protection and the things that divine souls need to remain in the light and to be the fullest, best version of thee. So I was just going over to close the window, and I realized that the sun was setting in a weird position, and there's a lot of darkness around out there, but the sun is still shining very brightly through it all. And I think that is kind of symbolic because lately there's been a lot of darkness around, a lot of negativity, a lot of tests, a lot of tribulations, a lot of pokety pokes and aggravations, people doing hateful things, and tests of will and tests of strength. I literally allowed myself to get to a place where I couldn't eat, where I couldn't walk. I chose to stick it through and stick it out and suppress it and ignore it and keep it to myself, and caring and compassionate and try to fix. But what I need to do is see others for who they are instead of who I wish they could be or who I hoped they might become, and just accept them as they are, love them as they are. But when they're harming me, or when they're slowing me down from my success, or I feel like I need to hide my success in order to keep other people comfortable, or when I feel like, let me do something to go out of my way to maybe hopefully get you to no longer be upset with me. Let me buy your love. Let me buy your affection. Let me give to you everything I have inside. Let me wait until I literally have no food, bruises on my body, matching things all over the place. Let me know all along what's going on and ignore it and put it down and pretend, oh, no. Let me question myself. Let me question my sanity. Let me think that I'm crazy. Because I wouldn't do that to anybody. So I don't think they would actually do it to me. But that's not how this world works. And that's not how everybody is. But we can call back our power at any moment, at any time. And we can shine bright, even in all the darkness, even in the hate, even in the pain, even in the suffering, even in the aggravation, even when you get tested and put down and find yourself back on the ground, trying to build up, trying to pull yourself along, coaching others around you. But eventually they might fall. You have to let them go, and you have to do what's right in your own world and in your own life. And even if they come and they try to bring you down, they send their darkness and their hate and their little games that they play, you can still shine brighter. You can still be better. You can still rise up and be a go-getter. Work hard. Do good. Be strong. But don't let anybody make you a fool. Don't let it go so long that you don't have food. Don't let it go so long that you can't even walk. Don't let it go so long just listening to false talk. Listen to your inner truth. And listen to those who you know love you. Give gratitude for those people in your life who are truly there for you, day and night, who love your light, who celebrate it with you, who won't get mad, who won't push, who won't try to harm, who won't give you the silence when you need the support, who won't abandon when they get tricked and fooled into doing those things they do. Just shine your light. Just be that bright light. And know, those who see will understand. And those who don't, they're not there for you. And they never were. They never will be. They're not the right energy. If they think that you're the bad one, they miscommunicate, and you know that's not what it is inside. Be loyal. to your innermost truth. Follow the way when all others abandon. Walk the path of your own heart. I found this today, 5:55 on the clock, in my atrium. And it's funny because it was given to me from a friend a long time ago. And I hung it in the atrium, and I haven't even really looked at it in so long because of where it was hung. It just wasn't in a good position. But as you can see, it's kind of dimmed in the light out there. It's faded over time. And this was somebody that was my best friend. Somebody that I really loved. Somebody that I thought was there for me. They couldn't wait for me to come move here because they didn't like going to the other place that we went to work. Because they could see the faults in the others. They could see the lies in the things that were happening. They could see the fake. They could see the false. But then someone else showed up, and every single one of the people in my life fell away, one after one. And it was really hard because my mother had just died, and these women who were 50 plus years old kept telling me, I'm your spirit mom, I'm your spirit mom, I'm your spirit mom. And my mom was never good to me. You know, like, she was good to me at different times. She's not a horrible, horrible person, but like growing up, when I would try to get good grades, be the good kid, because you would tell, oh, she's such a good kid. She's such a good kid. But when it was just us, I didn't hear that too often. And she would say that about, oh, she was such a good kid. She'd get her own breakfast at like 3. In the back of my head, I'm like, probably starting stuff, you know? But when I get good grades, it wasn't good enough. And I didn't know or realize for the longest time that it's because it upset her that I did good. She didn't like that, you know? It made her feel a certain way. She didn't like that I grew up and became beautiful. And that I didn't have the triggers that she had about it. Oh, you'll see when you get older. You're going to freak out. Wait till you hit 30. I'm almost 40. I'm 39. I still haven't had that moment of, oh my God, I'm getting so old and ugly and gross. Because I've never really done that. I've never focused on it. And I thought about it like recently, how I've always turned mirrors around and faced them the other way and had a fear of them. And I used to think of it in a negative way, but it's like, if I was really that much of an asshole, like a narcissist, I don't think I'd be like that way about mirrors. I'd be like, oh, look at how beautiful I am, you know? I don't have any mirrors in here because they're portals. People attack you through them. And I was deathly afraid of them as a kid. So the only times that I use mirrors is like when I'm putting on makeup or something, which I don't do that often. And I don't feel ugly. I know I'm not. But I don't sit around also being like, oh my God, I'm the most gorgeous thing ever. But it took me a long time to get to that place to even acknowledge and admit that I am pretty. I am beautiful. But so are you. You could be the most gorgeous woman on the planet with all the right structures and all the right sizes, but still be hideous if you're evil inside or conceited. And there's a difference between being conceited and being confident. But in this world, there's a fine line between what's accepted and what's not accepted. There's a fine line between where you're accepted and where you're not accepted. And you're going to find yourself in boxes along the way. People want to keep you in their box. That's where they like you. When you're doing that for me, I love you. When you're doing that, oh yeah, great. Well, you're struggling and suffering and it makes me feel better about myself. Awesome. Oh, you did something good? Oh, you did something better than me? You're breaking out of that box and I'm going to walk away now. Or I'm going to ignore you. Or I'm going to start acting different and you're not going to know why. You're going to sense it. You're going to feel it because you're going to catch on over time. But even mentioning it, talking to other people, it's not an easy, fun, fucking situation. Because you don't want to be looked at as conceited. You don't want to be looked at as an asshole or full of yourself. But when the only thing that had changed on your behaviors or your side is the way that you've been showing up, things have been improving, things are getting better, you're running out of that time that you had where it was like, let me give it all to you, and let me give it all to you, and let me give it all to you. That's been the biggest trigger in people's that I've noticed in my life. When I start, not many of people were okay with it. They said they were, and some of them were, until a degree. Till I was no longer open fucking food, open buffet. People will abandon you. And you can choose to dim your light and stay stuck and go down where they accept you. Or you can rise up. But remember that misery loves company. And it's a miserable fucking place to stay out of the light. Or to stay out of your shine. If you get abandoned, they weren't meant for you. If they don't want to see you celebrate and successful, don't keep them in your life. I'm sure I've messed up along the way too. I'm sure I've had moments where I did things that I shouldn't have done. But I'll openly admit it, and I'll apologize. But I will never understand that type of shit. I literally have given so much to so many people, or sacrificed so much for so many people, because I don't want to leave them behind. I don't want them to suffer and struggle. And all the people that left me behind at that time, if they didn't, I would have brought them all with me as I was rising. Don't abandon your people just because they're doing good. Celebrate with them, because then you will too. Love people.